Hey guys, Bedouin Entertainment here. I just want to do today a little head-to-head review versus two different toothbrush that I got from Oral-B, which I got some really good deals on the past Black Friday, I think, or Cyber Monday. I got the Deep Sweep 1000 Tri-Action for I got this one for $40 and the Vitality for $18, so $39 or $38 I think for this one. So a really good deal that I got on that. And plus with this toothbrush there is the 1000 Deep Sweep Tri-Action. There is a mail-in rebate for a $20 credit card, gift card, or whatever, so that you can use. So it's money, so you can use that anywhere. So it's money in the bank. So I bought these two. I just started with the Vitality, and then I said, "Fuck it." This one came on sale, and I bought it anyways. I wanted to see the difference between the two. So plus with the mail-in rebate, these two toothbrush are gonna equal $40. So that's gonna be $40 for two electric toothbrush, two Oral-B. That's a good deal, I think. Usually this one sells for $30 and this one sells for 60 something dollars. So this is the older version, I think, because I just looked on the website and it says that it has 8,800 oscillation per minute or sweep or whatever, and 40,000 pulsation. But the older versions got 20,000 pulsation. So I think this one is the older version. It's got 20,000 pulsation per minute, which I'm gonna have to look in the manual eventually. It doesn't have any details on the box, so that I can see here. So it's a shame they don't put the stats on there. So, anyways, I got these two toothbrush. This is the charger that came with the Vitality, which incidentally can charge both the Vitality toothbrush, bam, and the other roll, the Deep Sweep 1000 Tri-Action. So. This one can charge both, so I'm using the same charger for the Vitality charger to charge the Deep Sweep and the. I've looked at the stats. I've looked at everything. Everything is compatible. There's no difference between the two charger and the everything electrical. I mean the frequency, the charge rate, the power, the wattage. Everything is the same for the two chargers. So basically the same two charger. What I've been doing is using the Oral-B Vitality floss action head, and I've been using this one to alternate between the Deep Sweep, because you can use the same head for the different toothbrush. So you can just basically pop this one in and it's gonna work as good. So you can hear the difference in the speed. Both of these toothbrush are fully charged. Just came off the charger. I charged this one this morning, and I charged the other one all night yesterday. So both chargers are fresh off the charge. So you can hear the toothbrush here. So this is the sound on this one, and this is the sound on this one. So the Oral-B floss action. So a little bit more noise, but I think there's a little bit more speed on this one. Which is kind of weird, because this one's got supposedly the Vitality's got 760 oscillation per minute, 7,600 oscillation per minute versus 8,800 for this one. So this one's supposed to have 1,000 more oscillation per minute plus 20,000 pulsation per minute. Those micro pulsations. So versus the new generation has got 40,000 pulsations. So kind of interesting. Two different style. This one, even though it seems to be faster, the motor seems to be struggling a little bit more when you're brushing. But it just seems to have as much, if not. It's a shame I don't have a tachometer or something I could just measure the speed with. So, but as you guys can see, I'm going to try to show you guys the difference between the two. So for using these two, the only difference that I see is that this one's got the timer, the 4-way timer, so you can know every time it comes to 1/4, you can know the difference. But I wanted to do a small test to see. I'm gonna just take the box out of the way. I'm just gonna move those boxes here and here and just leave the two toothbrush there. And what I'm going to do is just take a glass of water, translucent glass, hopefully. So I'm going to put the head in the glass of water. Let me zoom in a little bit on that. Just a little bit. I'm just going to pan a little. Here we go. Click. So I'm just going to put the toothbrush in there. I'm going to try to put it at the same place and the same speed. So I'm just going to dunk it in there and I'm going to start it. So as you guys can see, it's doing some bubbles. You know, if I'm leaving it downstairs, you don't see anything, but on the surface, you can see it's doing some bubbles. So let's change toothbrush. So I just wanted to show that to see the difference between the two. So I'm gonna have to maybe zoom in a little bit more for the the other segment. So. So the thing is, if I'm closer to the surface, you guys can see better how much it spits out water. If I'm going deeper in there, you don't see anything. So I gotta get close to the surface. But like I said, this one, you're not at a disadvantage if you buy the Vitality. So I'm just gonna try to dunk it different ways. If I just put the toothbrush in there like that. So as you guys can see for the Vitality, I don't really see it well with the tripod. Let me see on this one. So you guys can see with the Vitality, it produces a lot of bubbles and you know it's making a lot of splashes. So a little bit more than the other one, I don't know. So let's try this one and let's do it a different type of you know, putting the head just like that. So it's different, you know, it's different the way it makes the water move and the bubbles that it makes. I'm just spitting out water everywhere. I'm gonna have to do a little cleanup up to that. So, but wow, it's really spitting out bubbles. So this is one of the things about the Oral-B, it's spitting out, but you know, I don't mind it. It just means it cleans and it, you know, it's a different type. It's a mechanical clean versus a sonic clean for the Panasonic. But the brush's head is just so much less expensive on those, and it does a good job, man. It's like you're coming out of the dentist. My teeth are so smooth after brushing with these. So let's go back with the other one. I'm just gonna try to sweep that out of the way. So sweep the water. I'm gonna have to do some cleanup. Let's go back with the, I'm just going to zoom in even more on the top here so you guys can see just the action. So I'm going to try to dunk the head at the same level of water as the other one. So I'm not submerging the head completely, but barely so. And even though I got to go at an angle, so as you guys can see how it's working. So now let's try to get rid of as much water we can. I'm gonna have to clean up. It's a mess on my counter. So, all right, let's go with the other one. So I'm gonna try to dunk it the same way. Just put it exact same spot. So as you guys can see, it's different. I mean, I'm gonna have to look at the video, but this one seems to be spitting out just a little bit more, but the Vitality is doing a good job as well. So, I mean, you're not at a disadvantage. You're losing a 1,000 oscillation per minute when you're using the Vitality versus the Vitality versus the Oral, the Deep Sweep 1000. So I just bought the deep sweep because it was a different type of brush head, so you could see the difference between the two. I could see the difference between the two brush head first of all. So I got two different type of brush head. This is an extra one that came with the Vitality. So right there, it's like three toothbrushes, which sell for about $16 to $18. So that's another value that's in there. So I got a good deal on it. I like both. I like them both. The only thing is with the Vitality, the button is easier to find, to actuate than the deep sweep. The deep sweep, the button is just a little bit smaller. So when you want to stop the toothbrush because the timer said it's over, a little bit harder to actuate the button on this one. So feel in the hand, the Vitality is just a little bit better. It's rounded. It's just a little bit more comfortable. The deep sweep just is a little bit narrower. It's a little bit harder to maneuver in the mouth because the Vitality is round, so you could just roll it on your hand and just switch sides. And as you guys can see, it kicks out a lot of water for both of them. So I mean, the difference is going to be for you guys in the oscillation, if you guys want that. So it's going to be in the oscillation per minute. So if you want a little bit faster oscillation, which, to tell you the truth, the Vitality seems to have, maybe it's not faster, but it seems to have more throw. So it seems to be throwing the head a little bit further than the deep sweep, and the deep sweep is just doing a little less throw. So it's a little bit less rotation from side to side. Well, not rotation, but oscillation. So it doesn't oscillate as far on the brush than the Vitality. Let's see that this is the deep sweep, and it's oscillating like that, and the Vitality is oscillating like that. So maybe that's why it feels like it's faster for the deep sweep, for the Vitality, I mean. But the deep sweeps get the pulsation, those 20,000 pulsation. That kinds of it adds another level. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference, but it adds another level. So you can definitely feel it when I'm brushing with that. It just, at first, with both toothbrush actually, because it has a higher oscillation than my regular 1AA Oral-B toothbrush that I had before. It's a different sensation, and at the beginning, your tongue, especially with the deep sweep, with the 20,000 pulsation, it's gonna make your tongue and your lips go numb a little bit. It's almost like it's gonna, you're gonna be at the dentist and it's gonna have to put some gel. He's gonna try to what do you call that when he's just sedating your mouth a little bit. So it's kind of that effect. It has a little bit of a numbing effect on the mouth. So you're gonna get used to it, and after a little while you won't feel it. But they both do a good job. If I had to choose again between the two, if I had just one choice, let's just say at $18, I would be at a disadvantage from the Vitality. But the deep sweep, if you have a little bit more money, it's personal preference. I could use one as much as the other. The other one I like to use most of the time because of the pulsation. It kind of feels, especially when it's full charge, when it's losing after 1 day or two that I didn't put it on a charger, it's losing a little bit of power. Then it's the same level as the Vitality. Supposedly the batteries is lasting you 2 days more, so you can go 7 days without charging it versus 5 days on the Vitality. So that's another factor. Like I said, the charge indicator on the bottom, if you want to know if it's full charge or not, if you need to recharge it, or if it's done charging. A couple of things that are different. Feel in the hands. Like I said, it's personal preference, which one you like best, and which one is going to give you the most, enjoyment. So, but personally, if you buy the Vitality, you're not going to be at a disadvantage versus the deep sweep. Like you've seen in the water test, it kicks out as much water with the Vitality as the deep sweep. The only thing is the deep sweep's got the vibration, the oscillation the pulsation that's going to give a little bit more maybe of a cleaning. So it's up to you, but in my book they're both winners. if I had to choose just one for me personally, it's hard to say because I'm switching between the two of them over and over again, and I'm just switching it, and the only thing is this one's got the quadrant, so it's got the 4 pulsation mode that tells you, it's been 30 seconds, it's been 30 seconds, it's been 30 seconds, so you can manage your time a little bit better. So if you want to, go to one corner of your mouth and switch over, that's another feature this one has that the other one doesn't. So it comes down to personal preference, I think, but for me personally, I'm using both right now, and I just can't wait to use the new deep sweep head to see if that one's going to clean better than the floss action. But right now I really like the floss action head, so when this one is done, just before it's done, the brush head is all used up, I'm gonna switch it over to the Vitality and use the deep sweep and just do a little comparison between the two, so which one is better or not. So hope you guys enjoyed this little review on the Oral-B Deep Sweep 1000, the older generation, and the Oral-B Vitality Floss Action. So hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video, and hope this is helpful for you guys if you want to buy a toothbrush. I know it's a different video than my usual blade video, so or quadcopters or the normal kind of stuff, but I like all kinds of technology and gadget that comes out on the market, so it doesn't have to be something in particular. It's just just anything that comes that's new, that's technological, that's gonna make your life better, easier, is just something that I need to have. So for me personally, it's almost a sickness, man. It's almost I don't need to have the new phone all the time, but if I got something that can make my life a little bit easier, that can make it faster, that can make it better, I like to try it out, So hope you guys enjoyed this little review head-to-head versus the Oral-B Vitality and the Oral-B Deep Sweep 1000. I'm talking for 17 minutes now, and I'm gonna stop because it's been a little bit too long of a video, and I hope you guys don't mind it. If you don't like it, just fast forward the parts that you don't like. So hope you guys enjoy it, and see you guys on the next one.